7 Anti-inflammatory foods to know. Have you experienced swelling and pain? The inflammatory process is composed of molecular, vascular, and cellular phenomena that the body produces to defend itself from attacks that it receives. Luckily, anti-inflammatory foods can help you boost your overall health. For the system to function, it requires the participation of their nervous system, immune system, endocrine system, which is in charge of hormones. However, there are factors that modify the reaction according to each organism. Causes. Low nutrient content. People that don't consume sufficient nutrients have the most serious inflammation. Problems in blood circulation. When there is a poor cardiovascular state, the damage to the tissues is much worse. Hormonal state. The patient that secretes excessive quantities of hormones will tend to have more complications when suffering from inflammation. Immunodeficiency. Illnesses like anemia impede the cells and the tissues to regenerate rapidly. The reality is that no one is exempt from having inflammation. If we analyze it, inflammation is the symptom that a great percentage of diseases tend to display. Among these are asthma, diabetes and arthritis. Therefore, it's very important that we are familiar with anti-inflammatory products and that they have nothing to do with bottles of pills. There are plants that have the same effect and are not damaging to our health. Do you want to learn what they are? Pay attention to the following list. Flaxseed. Flaxseed contains large quantities of nutrients, antioxidants and omega-3 fatty acids. It's one of the most used remedies used to reduce pain in the arteries and improve mobility. Thanks to its contribution of antioxidants, it helps prevent aging. It also helps the absorption of vitamins and balances the quantity of hormones. Besides, it contains fiber, which has a diuretic effect to eliminate toxins, regulate the movement in the intestines, and reduce retention of liquids. Coconut oil. Coconut oil contains lauric acid that has anti-inflammatory properties. Besides, it maintains a balance in the levels of cholesterol and blood pressure. It aids in the absorption of nutrients, vitamins, minerals and amino acids in the body. When ingested, it forms an enzyme called monolaurine that has the capacity to eliminate bacteria, fungus and viruses. In the same way, one can apply it directly to the skin to reduce swelling. Blueberries. They say that you can tell how nutritious a fruit is by the richness of its color. More intense means better results. Blueberries contain antibacterial substances that contribute to the treatment of cardiovascular diseases, problems of obesity, and cancer. Salmon. Salmon is a luxury that you should definitely consume for your health. It contains protein, vitamin B12 and D, minerals, and fatty acids, omega-3 and 6. In the case of the omegas, they are in charge of reducing inflammation and pain. Experts recommend that you consume them twice a week if you want to prevent degenerative and cardiovascular diseases. 67 grams in a meal is sufficient. Celery. One of the vegetables that you can't exclude from your diet is celery. It contains vitamins A, B1, B2, B6, B9, C and D. In addition, it contains minerals such as sodium, sulfur, silicon, and fiber among others. It stands out for its properties. Sedatives. Antioxidants. Diuretics. Analgesics. Cardioprotectors. Laxatives. All of this helps to maintain the cholesterol level. Additionally, it reduces probabilities of heart attacks and improves blood pressure. In general, it cleanses the body, eliminating unnecessary liquids and decreasing joint pain. Shiitake mushrooms. Another example of anti-inflammatory foods are shiitake mushrooms. These mushrooms contain mineral substances, vitamins and macronutrients, besides essential amino acids. Provide us with a large quantity of fiber that maintains the proper function of the intestinal flora. Contain a high percentage of enzymes that turn into a good antioxidant. Has vitamin D, manganese, zinc, selenium, and iron. Among its compounds, lentin and beta-glucan, that help to combat the development of tumors, stand out. Avocado. The avocado contains phenolic substances which absorb cholesterol in the blood. In addition, it also functions for people with joint problems or rheumatic conditions. On the other hand, it accelerates metabolism. It also lowers high blood pressure and reduces the lipids in the blood. This helps to avoid heart attacks. General recommendations. Reduce the quantity of sugar in the diet. Exercise frequently. Increase liquid consumption. If you have wounds on the skin, keep the area clean. Sleep, at least 8 hours daily. Avoid stressful situations. Remember that changes in the emotions have physical effects.